Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next concept or next topic, that is a Prim's algorithm, guys, or Prim's method of finding minimum spanning tree. Okay, yes. So the scientist who worked on this particular algorithm is a Robert Clay Prims, guys. Okay, yes. Okay, so first let us go through the example, because this Prim's algorithm is a bit complex, guys. I'm clear with it. So if you know the logic, like how it is done, it's easy. Like with respect to code, if you try to observe it, it's a bit complex, guys. So that is the reason why I'll be showing you the easiest method first. Okay, yes. So in code we cannot follow that particular method which we'll be doing. So that is the reason why it is a bit complex with respect to code. Okay, I'm not saying it's really tough, but it's a bit complex. Okay, yes. So let us solve the question first, then we will be discussing about the approach. Okay, yes. So 10, 7, 22, 49, 30, 10, 2, 5, 4, 22, 26. Okay, yes. So let us start. Okay, so the first thing is, in Kruskal's algorithm we started with the minimum edge, right? But in Prim's you should start at some particular point, guys. So assume in the given question E is the root. So we need to start from E, guys. Okay, yes. So once you start from E, so this looks like a game, guys, remember. So it is a type of a game where you cannot lift your pen. So in that way, so you can go only forward, or you can draw on line, but you cannot shift from here. You underline this and you cannot go and underline this. So in that way you cannot jump from place to place, but you can draw line on line. So that's possible. Okay, yes. So the first thing is E. So now first check from E which is minimum cost, guys. So 2 is minimum cost. So come this side. Okay. So now you will check from E and G which is minimum. So this path is minimum. So from now you will check from E, G and F which is minimum. This is minimum. Okay. So from now E, G, F and C which is minimum. So here we are having 22 and here also we are having 22. So for our understanding I will be taking this 22, guys. So you can take that 22 also, it's completely dependent on you. Okay, yes. Similarly E, G, F, C, D which is minimum, 7 is minimum. So I'm checking the minimum value, right? Yes. So A, D, F, C, G, E which is minimum value, 10 is minimum. So this. So now you have completely visited each and every vertex and all the things which you left will form loops, right? Yes. So this is the minimum spanning tree. So again you will say that, okay, so what's there in this? It's really easy, right? Yes. So the concept is really easy, but with respect to code it will lead to some confusions, guys. Okay. Anyway, I'll be discussing in detail, so there will be no confusions, I'm guarantee about it. Okay. Yes. So let us start. So now you got an idea, right? So exactly how it is working. Okay. So let me turn the page so that we can draw the sorry, there is a place above, right? Okay. So that's really good. Okay. So the first thing which you need to do is, so first let us draw the diagram, guys. Guys, once I explain you how the code is working, then I'll be discussing the code, guys. Because if I directly discuss the code, most of you will be getting confused. So that is the reason why first I'll be discussing the problem, how you are going to solve it. Then we will be moving on to the code phase. Okay. 7, 10, 49, 2, 5, 4, 22. I'm just drawing the same question again, so don't think too much. 22, 30, 10. Got it? Yes. Okay. So now what you will do is, you will create a matrix, guys. So in that matrix of elements, you will store the key value, and the pi value is nothing but your parent. Okay. So here you will be writing A, B, C, D, E, F and G. Okay, yes. So the first step what you will do is, you will assign for key value, you will assign infinity for all, guys. So key is nothing but the distance, guys, in simple words, and pi is nothing but the parent. So initially you will assume them as a dashes. So there are no parents, assume in that way. Okay, yes. So let me change the pen color so that will be easy for us. Okay. So the first step what you will do is, so in the question they will give you to where to start. So assume root given is E. So now at E, make it 0 and parent will be minus only forever. Okay, yes. So now from E, okay, so first you finalize this E, guys, because you have visited it, right? Yes. So means this is done. So for easy understanding, I'm going to strike it off completely. Okay, yes. Okay. So now from E, whom you can visit. So from E, I can visit B at the cost of 49. So 49 is less than infinity. So I will update it, and with the help of E, I can visit there. Similarly, with the help of E, I can also visit a C at the cost of 10. Similarly, G also I can visit. Okay, with the cost of 2. right? Yes. So now you are done with the one node, right? Yes. So among these three nodes, which is minimum? G is minimum. So now you are finalizing this path, guys. So in that way it will work. So now G is minimum, so just strike it off and from G write the values. So from G, this value is a 5 and with the help of G you can travel there, right? Yes. Okay, so now among 49, 10 and 5, which is minimum? 5 is minimum. So finalize this, strike it off, that particular path. Okay, so now from F, which paths you can go? To C you can go at a cost of 4. So this will update to 4 and here let us update the cost, the path with F. Okay, similarly for D you can go at a cost of 22 and the parent is F. Okay, yes. So now again observe which is minimum among these three. So C is the minimum, so you will visit C. Okay, so from C you can go to D at 26, so that's waste of cost. For A you can go at the cost of 22 with the help of C. Okay, nice. Okay, so to B you can go at the cost of 30. Wow, that's really good. Okay, so anywhere else can we go, guys? So to E it's waste of time. For D, A and B, everything is done. Okay, yes. So now you finalized the C. So now which is minimum, guys? So to 22, 30 and 22. So here we are stuck with two options, right? So who entered our list first? So D entered our first list, right? Yes. So let us take this option. So anyone you can take, so you can take that or this, anything will work, guys. Okay. So for our understanding, I am taking D. Okay. Yes. So now from D, you can go to A at a cost of 7. So it's really cheap, right? Yes. So from D. Okay. So now among these two, which is minimum? A is minimum. So this path is finalized. Okay, and from here you can go at a cost of 10 and A. So you can from here you can go to B. Got it? Yes. So this is our final spanning tree. So if you observe, this is the exact spanning tree which we got by using our method also. So that is the reason why the coding method might be a bit confusing, guys. So if you are watching this coding method for the first time, I am sure that you think that okay, so it's easy, but I am a bit confused. So most of you will be thinking in that situation, right? Yes. So even I was feeling the same situation. Okay. So anyway, in our book, I have solved it step by step, guys. So you can just check the solution in the book, guys. Okay. So first solve along with me in the video, and then you can check the book solution for more clarity. Okay. Yes. So now let us go through the algorithm, guys. So Prim's algorithm. So the first step is you will be passing the graph, weights, and the root. So where you need to start. Okay. Yes. So for each U belongs to V comma G. So every vertex in G, you will be following this loop, guys. So what you do is you will assign the initialization to infinity and a nil. So instead of writing a nil, I gave dash here in our equation, right? If you recall. Okay. Yes. So once this part is done, so you will be assigning the key value 0 to this, and in Q you will be pushing V of G. So remember this. This Q is a type of a priority queue, guys. Okay. So you might be asking that what is this priority queue then? So this priority queue will always pop out or will always dequeue the minimum element, guys, because every time I'm saying which is minimum, I'm striking them, right? So that operation is done by this Q only, right? Remember that. Okay. So while a Q factorial Q is not equal to 5, so we'll be doing our thing. So we'll be extracting the minimum. So you can observe here. So extract minimum from Q and I'll be assuming it as a U, and for each element of U I'm checking if our key value is less than. So basically if our previous key value is greater than the existing key value, you are updating them, right? So if this is minimum value, you're updating them. So that logic we have written it here. Okay. Yes. So now I hope everyone got a clear idea with respect to Prim's algorithm, right? Yes. So I hope everyone got a clear idea. So in the next lecture, let us go through the next problem, that is a single source shortest path, and in that we will be discussing about Dijkastra algorithm in the next lecture, guys. Okay. Yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.